And I'm so happy to be with you guys tonight. So when my pastor told me that I was going to be giving a testimony, I was like, I really do not like giving a testimony. I'd rather prepare a whole teaching for 5 days over giving testimony. It really frightens me. I think part of it is because when you were raised in a Christian home, sometimes you don't feel like you really have a testimony to tell. But tonight God reminded me of the scripture that says, we shall overcome him, meaning the devil, by the blood of the Lamb and the word of our testimony. So I said, that's why I don't like giving testimonies. That's the devil trying to stop me from overcoming him. We can all overcome the devil by our testimonies. Amen. So, while my mom was pregnant with me, she was an older woman, and so she had many complications. Doctors actually told her that she needed to have a medical abortion because it was possible that she could die if she had me. But she said that God promised her that she was going to have this child, and so she went ahead and she said, I'm not going to abort my baby, I'm going to have my baby. And I was born 2 months early. While I was in my mother's stomach, when she went into labor, the doctors told her that I had already died. They said that I had no heartbeat, no oxygen. So the doctors took me out and they pronounced me dead. But my mom never believed it because she knew that God had promised her that I would be born alive. The doctors pronounced me dead. I was dead. And then all of a sudden I screamed so loud that the doctor dropped me and the nurse had to catch me. Then the doctor said to my mom, the doctor said, ma'am, I know you're excited about your baby and everything, but she did not have any oxygen. If you go over 5 minutes of no oxygen, you're supposed to be brain dead. And I was way longer than that. So he said, I know you're excited, but your daughter's going to be brain dead. But don't worry, the government is going to pay for all the schooling and everything. So she said, she didn't say anything, but she said she knew in her heart, my God does not work halfway. And if my God gave me my daughter, she will be fine. Amen. Well, when I was 3 years old, they took me to the school for mentally challenged people. And they gave me my little puzzle to put together. And I put mine together, and then I crawled over to the kid who was older than me, and I put his together. So the nurse came to me, and the nurse said to my mom, well, does she know like her eyes and stuff? And my mom says, yeah, ask her. So I said, eyes, nose, mouth, tongue. And the doctor walked over and said, ma'am, you're wasting the government's money. Don't ever bring this child back here again. And so then it was prophesied over me that I would be teaching and giving testimonies and preaching by the time I was 16, which seemed pretty crazy to my mom and I, but we said, okay, God said it. And it turned out that by the time I was 15, I gave my first sermon. And it's all God, not me. I get scared when I'm standing in front of people. See my hand shaking? I'm not shaking, that's really my hand shaking. And by the time I was 15, I gave my first sermon, and now my pastor has entrusted me to be over the youth, so I'm now in charge of the youth and the little children, and it all goes to God. And so remember that all of us, we can overcome the devil by giving our testimonies, because that's something that no one can argue with. It's our own experience, and it's the truth. Praise Jesus.